What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to EU4 with the War of the Spanish Succession scenario. AI only battle. We've got plenty going on at the moment. A lot of colonies fighting for their independence. A lot of the Spanish ones noticeably. And Portuguese Australia as well. And they might be successful. I'm not sure, but we will be keeping an eye on that. Among other things. Did a huge war break out in Europe, or am I losing my mind? I'm pretty sure there's a massive one. No? I thought... What? Maybe not. Okay. Or it ended. I don't know. I thought there was a big one. I thought there was one with like France and everyone in it. No. Well, I must be wrong. Apologies. That is not the case, but we will continue to focus on what is going on, which is mostly, at the moment, centered around, a lot of people against Portugal, all around the map. Sweden v Denmark. Don't know how Sweden's losing that. And New Granada and friends fighting for their independence from Spain. Obviously, if they are to all get their independence, we'll get a very interesting South America in particular, where I think all three of these guys would be released. New Granada, Spanish Peru, and La Plata. All three would become independent, and that would allow them, of course, to integrate with Rio de Plata here, who is essentially Uruguay. They've got the province called Uruguay. I'm guessing that would be Uruguay sort of area. So that's essentially Uruguay and Brazil already independent. I don't know if the Dutch Guyana might get independent. There's potential there, but probably not, because the Dutch have some good allies. As I said, I could see England's colonies maybe getting free. I think France's might be a bridge too far. But you never know. You never know. Spain is having some success, or the Spanish colonies having some success. Spain was not doing so well, but they fought back a little bit, so I won't go too hard roasting them just yet. France with another war against some natives. And Sweden against Denmark has begun, or is ongoing. So that's pretty good. Oh, someone got separate peace. That can't be good. Spanish Peru? Yeah. I don't know why they would peace out. That's a bit of a weird one, because they are not even being... They're not really being touched, but... Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. But that's probably not good news for the rest of them. As good as New Spain is, and they've been putting in a lot of work, I think, yeah, this might be a little too early for them, I'm afraid. Just not quite. Is this English Louisiana? Yeah, they are independent. Okay. Wasn't sure if they were actually free to do as they wished, but it looks like they are. Spain with some success against Denmark. Good. No, sorry, Sweden, not Spain. Well, they all begin with S. Brazil is now attacking. Oh, wait, no, wait, what? Wait, what? How did that happen? Okay, no. So Spanish Peru is still a colony of Spain. I thought they were independent, but at least for now, Brazil has found a way to attack them independently, and Spain has decided not to protect them. I don't know how. Do you even get that choice? I guess so. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Because Spain is probably scared of, Spain already had to fight the other three. I mean, obviously they wouldn't have to fight Spanish Peru anymore, but Brazil is a lot stronger, I'm going to take a hazard a guess. So, yeah, I assume Brazil's going to come out of this really good. I mean, not a good sign for these Spanish colonies. They may have ended up signing their own sort of death certificate by attacking Spain, because now Spain's probably not going to protect them as much from Brazil. That didn't really work out, did it? They could have done with that protection, and now they've lost it. Big mistake there. So... That's us, but Brazil is looking good. 23, they're 100%'s coming in here. Dang, that is rough. Okay, who is this? Isla Juana. Oh yeah, they're on Spain's team. I imagine that is New Spain. They've done very well. I mean, if they could separate peace people, that'd be good. But I don't think you can. So they're like a vassal. I don't know. They're a colony, but either way, Spanish. Well, there's a lot less wars now. Brazil having some success. Spanish La Plata and New Granada. So someone else pieced out. Spanish Colombia, right? That's the other one. No, New Granada. No, New Granada's still in it. Spanish La Plata left. No. Did New Spain leave? That's a big blow. No, they're all still in it. Why is there only two here? New Granada, Spanish La Plata, Spain. Wait, what? Apparently New Spain. Oh no, they are pieced out now. And they did not get their independence, so not looking good. And New Spain was the biggest, so That's certainly bad for the rest of them. Yeah, I don't think they'll be getting their independence, but Spanish Peru will be losing a bit of territory here, unless obviously Spain does, make a U-turn and defend them. Sweden somehow not making much progress. Okay, they got some stuff here. Are they sieging this out? Is this even a fort? Or it's just an occupation. But yeah, they need to get down here if they want to be successful. That's where the war score is. If they can get to what's going on up here. Russian peasants. There's plenty of rebels all the time. Spanish revolutionaries, not particularly near to the central part of Spain. Oh, did that Portuguese-Australia war end? Actually, all the wars against Portugal are over. So they lost quite a bit down here, I'm guessing. Can't really remember exactly, but they probably lost some stuff. They were at war with a couple of African nations. There we go. Boom. We have independent Australia. Nice. I want to see. So how does their culture actually be translated into Portuguese? Yes. Okay, I wasn't sure because they didn't stay as like lime green. I thought maybe the red was something just when Britain found it, but no. Australia has made. Yeah, there you go. Independent Australia. That's pretty cool. New nation. See what they can get up to in this region. I'm liking this wave of independence. Very exciting times. Obviously not great for the European powers, but pretty good for everyone else. As you see, Austria has regained 8th spot. New Spain obviously no longer independent, and that pushes Spain into first place again. They will be there forever unless someone actually conquers more than them or whatever, or they fall apart because, everyone's at 100% now, no penalties. The Ottomans have one, but it won't put them into first, it would put them into second. And it's pretty close with Qing. And then Russia would jump. England and Austria are miles off. I just thought I'd point that out. They're miles off the other 6. Once Russia's got this done, they will hop into 4th. And there's a bit of a gap to France, and a bigger gap to England and Austria. Huge one. But there you go, which is a bit surprising. I feel like, I don't know. England does not actually have that much in this scenario or world, so they haven't really made the most of the rest of the map. They've just focused on. 13 colonies can't actually expand anymore, really. They could attack one of these guys, and someone just did attack the Iroquois. Newfoundland's getting bigger. I think they must have just absorbed some wasteland because they just got a whole lot bigger. Same for Pacifico Norte. The land up here is huge. Like, one province is massive, and a lot of this is wasteland. So it does look a lot bigger than it is, but still, it's pretty cool. Very divided culture across North America, to bear in mind. Francian, English, Castilian, Mexican, American up there, Castilian, English, Dakota, plenty of tribal sort of cultures as well. Castilians reigns pretty strong around here, and then Portuguese against Castilian here. Brazil's still making progress. They seem to have not done anything since last time. I don't know if maybe they had to fight someone and lost, or it was close, but a bit of slow progress. Oops, something must be going on for that, those borders to be interacting. Okay, that huge war at the top. We'll go over that in just a sec. Sweden versus Denmark. 14 war score for Sweden. France versus some colonies, tribes. But the main one, Russia. Second crusade. The first one did not go too well for them, so we'll see how this one goes. Russia, Austria, and Trent. Good old Trent. Up against the Ottomans, Moldavia, Ragusa, Wallachia, Algiers. They still haven't integrated them. That is pretty embarrassing. Tunis, Dongola, and whoever this is that it won't tell me. Tripoli. So there you go. This will be a big one. We'll see how it goes. We can sort of zoom in on the front. Oh, wow. Whoa, that is a weird way. That is pretty cool. Like, they're all just in a line. It's like a person. Are they cloning people just walking out of a factory? Russia looks like they're here this time, so that's an advantage, because last time they weren't here, and that's why they lost, because Austria was gone before Russia even arrived, essentially. This time around, different. It's a little different. Russia has troops here. I'm sure this isn't all of them, but they have enough here to maybe help slow down, give Austria a chance to get themselves in this as well. The numbers must add up, right? Because the AI surely wouldn't attack if they knew they were going to lose. Actually, I don't know. They might, but I would hope they would, have some common sense. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, that kind of just doesn't seem to make sense. But who is this? Persia? Okay, let's have a look at how that's going. Prussia's in a war against Jolof. Where are they? I've heard. Oh, there they are. Prussia obviously trying to get some land. I mean, there's plenty of spaces to send a colonist. You know, you could just go to an empty space. Oh no, is this all wasteland? No, not all of it. Some of it. Who is this? The Netherlands. They really are. They really are dividing up South Africa. Doing quite a good job there. Everyone's got a piece. Mughals looking good. Yeah, how is Persia? Who is Persia actually attacking here? Oman. Okay, that's going pretty well for them. Well, I guess it would go well for them. Did Persia? No, they were never on the Great Powers list. But they are, yeah, probably gonna. They were one of the close ones, but now I don't think they've got a chance getting back on there really. Just the Mughals and the Ottomans can go after them at will. Not an easy situation. I don't really see anyone getting on. Maybe the Commonwealth could leapfrog Austria, you know, similar size next to each other, but we haven't seen the Commonwealth do anything since they got their independence. It's been very peaceful. Obviously, they can't really do much. You can't attack Austria because they're allied to Russia. You are allied to Russia. Sweden's pretty strong. Prussia's in the HRE, which could be a nightmare. Moldavia is part of the Ottomans, obviously, and Wallachia as well. So yeah, it's not particularly easy for them. I'm not gonna give them too much stick for not getting anything done just yet. Maybe in the future, but not at the moment. Mughals again versus Baluchistan. There's a big war involving France there. I'll come on to that in just a second. But oh, and it looks like Russia's actually winning this time. 7 war scores. So far so good. And Brazil's got a big victory too. Where is Baluchistan? Oh, they're quite small now, but they're normally quite big. Not in this one, obviously. And yeah, Brazil, we'll see what sort of peace deal they have with Spanish Peru. Probably going to be good for them. And Brazil's managed to get this little tip of Patagonia as well. So they're still going to be maybe Brazil overtakes Austria. I don't know where they are in total development. Probably a way off yet, but you never know. If they just go around doing enough stuff. Bear in mind, they'll be at the max tech level. Or at least wherever Portugal was. They won't be behind or anything. What do I want to check? Okay, there's a big one involving France. Let's try and visualize this. Okay, so France should win, right? They have Venice on their team. Switzerland, Bavaria, and a few smaller nations. But yeah, France should have this in the bag, I would imagine. And they've got 9 war score already. They're fighting Lorraine. Plenty of other nations in there, but most of them are one province minors. So this should be pretty easy for them. Brazil still fighting Spanish Peru. Sweden still fighting Denmark. Also, Prussia is losing to Jolof, so well done, guys. You're putting up with a good fight here. Oh, I don't know how they're losing. I know Prussia's here. Oh, never mind. Prussia just killed them. What? How did you go from -10 war score to piecing out for everything they had? I guess that stack must have just very quickly in the time that took must have just sieged them out, killed them. Like, that was just it. That was pretty brutal. But a new European arrives. They're actually the only one really in West Africa. I know the Dutch and Sweden are down here. Spain. I think Denmark was here at some point. Yeah, they still are, but no one's really focusing on it or doing much. And there you go. You can see Austria starting to just push in, taking a little bit of land. I don't know where Russia is. They're over here, sort of unsieging things. Austria 5. Austria's development is dropping. I don't know how that happens. I don't know if it's because it's occupied. It just doesn't count as theirs, maybe. But how has it gone below 600? Doesn't make. How can you lose it? Let's have a. Just out of interest, to keep this running in the background. 3. I mean, the top 8 in the Great Powers list are not the top 8 in pure development, right? England is the noticeable omission there. Persia and New Spain are better than England. New Spain's obviously not independent, so they're in Spain's number. Persia will have a tech penalty. So if Persia was to embrace the institutions, they might overtake England. The Commonwealth in a similar sort of position as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens for them both. But so far so good for Austria. Looking pretty good. Ooh. Commonwealth revolutionaries now. That could be quite a challenge for them, but no, they got it covered. Oh, there's a 36 stack there though. Yeah, they should have this. If they lose, that would be bad, I guess. France is doing well as well. But yeah, I was just interested. Where is Brazil? Brazil's not even on here. They're 3 entry. They're getting them miles away. Japan, Sweden, Netherlands, or Commonwealth, all closer to England. than Brazil, so that doesn't matter too much. England will boost themselves up a bit when they integrate Scotland at some point, which could happen any time now, to be honest. It might have started, I don't know, but they can start it now. It's been 50 years, doesn't look like it's happening, but it could happen at some point in the future from now. This Ottoman War still ongoing. Right, let's go to the current wars tab and see what's going on. 21 war score for Russia. Sweden's now winning. Brazil has peaced out. So let's go have a look at what happened over there. Whoop. Okay. I don't really know what the borders looked like before. Looks like Brazil grabbed a couple of provinces here. And I don't know if they had this wasteland before, but they do look a little bit bigger. So, yeah, all round, okay. Not a huge amount. But Brazil's certainly looking a little bit stronger than they did previously. But yeah, it's not a significant amount, as we just saw from that development list. It's not going to send them like flying into the great powers or anything. But this will be an interesting, a crusade. Now that implies, religion is the main aim here. But obviously I think the Ottomans are too big, right, to force religion on or anything. That would be absurd. So I don't know what sort of peace deal Russia actually goes for here, what they are looking to do. Will be interesting to see. I don't know, maybe they'll release some people or something. I don't know. We'll see. 20 war score is not a lot against the Ottomans. Bear in mind it probably takes, over 1,000%, 2,000%. So 20 wars at 100% to conquer them. And most of the time you won't get 100% because of how big they are. I saw Brazil just ploughed straight into the next one against Spanish La Plata. I think Spain is, someone. Oh no, Brazil's allies there. Okay, these guys are helping. Yeah, this is another big one for Brazil. I mean, if they can win this one, Spain is just not going to defend them. Brazil, yeah, they've got license to just bully these guys. So, fair enough, make the most of it. Sweden with 31 war score. France now up to 45. And yeah, still this big war. Russia now picking up 37 war score. I don't know how the Ottomans are getting random areas and Russia's dealing with them. But yeah, this is all of a sudden starting to look good for Russia, and the Ottomans starting to feel the pain. They also have a lot of rebels around the map as well, which obviously isn't too fun to deal with. Another big war inside the HRE here. We won't get too zoomed in on who it's with, but you can have a little look here. Nassau, Frankfurt, Hanover. Who's that? Cleves, Saxony, and Württemberg. I imagine they'll win. There's 6 of them up against Trier, Liège, and Goslar. Never even heard of them. There's no point just looking in at that sort of thing, because we'll miss it all anyway. Dortmund. There's some nations that I've not seen in EU4 before, which is pretty cool. France is doing very well, though, as you'd expect, against some of them. Especially since France has help. If it was France on their own, you never know. Maybe they get outnumbered. But no, they're doing fine here. It's all going well for them. Right, Brazil. I would imagine they're going to win this. Just hasn't done a guess, and it looks like it's going pretty well. They already have about 50,000 troops plus, so it should be fairly easy for them. And yeah, 11 war score already. Just the start they would have liked. That is what they were looking for. Very good. They'll be happy with that one. Ooh, who's this? Kazakh. Oh, okay, it's interesting. But a load of Kazakh tribes in the middle. This must be an awkward war, trying to dodge all the tribes. Qing, by the way, has been very quiet. I haven't mentioned them for probably, 25 years since they've done anything. I guess they're pretty happy here. They're guaranteeing Dzungar's independence here. However, they're not currently defending Dzungar. I don't know if maybe Dzungar declared this war. Nope, Kazakh attacked Dzungar. Okay, no, so that was just a lie, wasn't it, Qing? You weren't guaranteeing their independence. But yeah, like them and Japan have not really done anything. Japan has managed to vassalize these two allies. So I assume at some point they will be looking to integrate them. Obviously, it's going to be 10 years, so I think it'll be Ito first. And then these guys. But yeah, a couple more provinces. A little bit more strength for Japan. Probably won't be enough again to quite displace anyone on this list. But it does depend. I don't know if there's a big tech penalty. Don't know what institutions they've embraced. That's kind of similar to Persia. We saw they weren't that far off England for development. So they might actually have 3 or 4 to go. And in that case, then yeah, maybe they could squeeze on there. I don't know. Just hazarding a guess. 20, 21, 22. I don't know what level that is sort of compared to, I don't know, what's France got? They're normally a good baseline. 27, yeah, so they're 7 or 8 techs behind. That's not good. The Ottomans are actually quite far behind France now. Russia's just about keeping up. particularly in military, which is obviously the important one, really. England, yeah, there was all around 27s. France did have a 28, but yeah, 27, 26 is sort of the main point. But that'll be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.